Listen, when I tell y'all I miss the fuck out of y'all, okay? I was itching to get back in this chair, to come back and talk shit with y'all. I think it's been about a week since I posted some new content. Actually, it's been longer than a week, probably a week and a half. And if y'all been here for a while, you know I'm pretty consistent with my content, right? I try to deliver. I try to give you guys videos at least one video a week. But if you saw my last video I posted, I talked about going on vacation. I have been on vacation since last Friday. I went to the beach with my family. If you did not know, maybe you've been wondering what the hell happened to Damien. Did he fall off the face of the earth? No, I have been on vacation with my family. I needed a mental break, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a mental break. I don't care what you do. You can have the best job in the world. You can have your dream job. It does not matter. You can be a mother, even a parent, a father, anything. Everybody needs a mental break. You can't do the same thing every single day, or you turn into a fucking robot, right? So that was me. I'm like, I planned a vacation like a couple weeks ago with me and my family because we just needed some time, right? And I vlogged it too, y'all. I got so much content. I can't wait to upload the video for you guys to see the trip. It was so much fun. We had an amazing time. I got some sun. As you can tell, I'm looking nice and bronzed, but I was looking nice and bronzed before I go. Speaking of looking nice and bronzed, if you're going on a vacation this year, or you're going to be by the pool, or maybe you have a prom coming up, or you got a wedding coming up, or some pictures, anything, and you want to make sure you're looking your best, and you got fair skin, or you're pale as fuck, baby, this right here, this is my product right here, Instaglow, okay? Instaglow. In 2020, I have been promoting and selling this product of mine called Instaglow for 7 years now, okay? 7 years. That's how much I love it. That's how much I believe in it. It's for us fair-skinned folk out here that look like Casper the motherfucking friendly ghost, bitch. Now, for the most part, I have pretty tan skin because I am mixed. I am biracial. I've talked about that here. But sometimes I want to get a little bit darker, right? Sometimes I want to get a little bit more caramel, a little bit more chocolate to my skin tone. So I either go lay in the sun, or I use this. Amazing, y'all, okay? And I have always hated self-tanners, but if you've ever wondered about using a self-tanner, or you've been skeptical, or you've been scared, money back guarantee. I promise you, you will love this. In 2020, it was voted one of the world's best. Actually, it was voted the best self-tanning cream out there. And it's actually a gel, not a cream. Super lightweight, doesn't streak you, doesn't stain your clothing, doesn't turn you orange, none of that. I'll put the link in down there if you want to check it out, okay? Now, let me see. Before we get into the video, before we get into bad versus wild, I just wanted to get a few things off my chest, why I wasn't here. As far as my absence and all that. I did want to say, the vlog is coming, the Florida vlog, the beach vlog is coming. I do want to vlog more. I want to show you guys more of my personal life. I want to show you guys more of my family, my friends, my lifestyle, my hobbies, the things I like to do, my travels. So look forward to more of that in 2024, as well as more pop culture news, right? I've got more pop culture news coming. I've got more celebrity news coming, as well as my podcast, okay? Next month, in May. I don't have an official date yet, but I'll let y'all know. In May, my podcast is coming, and that is where the Baddies Caribbean after show will be taking place, okay? Okay, so I'm going to be doing my podcast starting next month, and the Baddies Caribbean after show will probably transition to my podcast, all right? Which, nothing's going to change. It's still going to be the same. We're just going to be, yeah, y'all just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank you for loving me. I appreciate you. Let's get into the episode, okay? let's get into the episode. Now, I'm so fucking late on this episode. Some of y'all probably don't give a fuck. You're like, I don't give a shit about that episode. I understand. But if you do care and you want to watch and you want to recap it with me, let's go. We're going to do it. All right. Team Bad versus Team Wild. Now, usually each team captain for each team, we typically know them, right? It's typically a Zeus Network star. It's typically somebody we know. This episode was, if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 4. It was boring. It was lackluster. It was lame. I have seen too much Sukihana at this point. Zeus has shoved Suki down our throat, just like they shoved Natalie down our throats. Like I don't know. I'm tired of the shtick. I'm tired of the gimmick. I'm tired of it all. No shade. I just don't want to see Suki no more. But anyway, she's the team captain for Team Bad, right? Now, I did notice, y'all know when they show the stats. They show the stats of each team captain, right? How many followers they have, whatever. In Sukihana's stats, it had up there for both team captains, rapper baby daddies. Sukihana had 1, the other girl had 0. I didn't know Suki had a baby by a rapper. You know what? Let me look it up and see. Let's do our research over here and see who her baby father is. Oh, Kill Bill. I don't want to say his first name. Kill Bill. Like the movie. I don't want YouTube to flag us over here, but that's his name. I think I've heard of him, but I don't think he's... Do you know a Kill Bill song? I don't either. Okay. Anyway. Now, not only was Suki the team captain, she was also the performer for the night, because we know that on Bad vs. Wild, Zeus has somebody open the show and close the show as a performer, right? Usually it's the same person that opens the show and performs it, right? We've saw Bia, we've saw Glorilla, we've seen pretty much a lot of female rappers come on there. We saw Salty Santana, and this week we got to see Suki open the show. So she's the team captain, and she's also performing. Zeus must not have had anybody to book that week. Maybe they couldn't find anybody to perform. No shade. I just and honestly, no shade, because I heard that a lot of people really love Sukihana's music. And when I watched her perform, the crowd knew her songs. They were singing her songs back to her. I saw her perform, I don't know if it was some music festival she was performing at, and I noticed that the entire crowd was singing her songs. They were talking about eating his ass, eating his motherfucking ass. And I'm like, okay, well, she's doing something right. And don't get me wrong, there are a few of her songs that make me, do a little 1-2. And I like, but overall, I'm like, I don't know. Zeus, you can tell Zeus didn't have nobody lined up that week. So they just said, hey, Suki, you gonna be the team captain for this episode? You mind performing too? Okay, cool. We'll throw you an extra 1,000. All right, cool. Bet. That's what happened. Now, on Suki's team, we have Baddies South alum and more, professional clout chaser and more. She calls herself that. We have Stony, which I don't know Stony, but I think she's been on a previous episode. I think. Y'all let me know. I think she's been on a previous episode of Bad vs. Wild. Sapphire from Baddies East is there. The other half of the Coochie Girls. Sapphire, she's there with, of course, what would Sapphire be without Suki, right? She's going to always be there with Suki, so, she's going to follow on her coattails. Some girl named Brown Sugar. I'm like, I don't know her either. I'm just confused, Zeus. Like, I'm convinced that Zeus will let anybody on this show. I'm convinced they go outside the building and everybody that's standing in line to be in the audience, they be like, you want to be on the show? Okay, come on me. This is what you're going to do. I'm convinced that's what be happening. Because I'm like, who are these girls y'all be throwing up on this stage? I'm just confused. Oh, I can't forget my girl, Miss Cat. My girl, Miss Cat, is also there, from Baddies West alum, Bad Girls Club Miami alum. Cat, y'all know, is one of my all-time favorite bad girls. So I love me some Cat. Now on Team Wild, Marissa Danae is the team captain. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't have a solid clue who this girl is. Again, no shade. Okay? No shade when I say this. But I don't know who. Y'all help me out because y'all are my co-hosts here, right? Who is Marissa Danae? Am I alone in that? Who is Marissa Danae? I mean, they said influencer, model. I'm like, hell, I'm an influencer and a fucking model at this point. You're an influencer and a model at home, right? I mean, shit. What? I mean, seriously. Y'all see me selling my tanning lotion and shit. I'm an influencer. Throw me on the motherfucking stage. Who is Marissa Danae? And why did y'all put... come on, Zeus. This is what I'm talking about. Wake up. Wake up, bobbleheads. What is going on? We don't know this girl. Now, maybe y'all do, okay? If y'all know her, forgive me. Clock me, okay? Clock me and say, Damien, we know her, the fuck? I just don't. And I call myself a pop culture connoisseur because I tend to know all about what's going on in the streets. But I don't know this girl. Harpo, who this? And then Zeus, of all the people you had in your iPhone that you could have dialed up, you chose this girl. And it just makes me look at the situation side-eye because I'm like, is Lemon Pepper fucking off on this girl? Is that why she up here? Because we know that Lemon Pepper loved to fuck a bitch down for an opportunity. Allegedly. And like honestly, it's no shade because Marissa's probably a sweet girl in real life. But we don't know you. And this is not the show for us to get to know you. Had Marissa had been on Baddies or something, yeah, bring her on here. But we don't know you. So it's kind of like, this is not the show for us to really get to know you either. Because it's hard. Like, y'all know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Because y'all feel me. And I feel you. We feel each other, right? It sounded so nasty, but you know what I'm saying. Like this show is not the format for us to get to know Marissa Danae. I don't care. I don't care. And Marissa, the whole episode, she said maybe 3 words. And she's the team captain? I'm just confused. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more in a second. Now, on Marissa's team, we have Baddies West alum, Low London, and a bunch of other nobodies that I've never heard of. Sorry. And when I say nobodies, I just mean nobody that I've ever heard of. Not that they're not worthy, not that they're not shit. They're a bunch of nobodies that nobody's ever heard of, really. Now, maybe y'all have heard of them. Again, if you know any of the people that were on Team Wild, aside from Low London, because Low London was the only one that I think I knew out of that group of girls. But there was some knockoff Victor twins, knockoff Claremont twins over there. Biggie Smalls with their name, Biggie and Smalls, I think. The other girls, I didn't even write their names down because I'm like, it don't matter. The episode was boring. It sucked. I don't know who any of these girls are. The challenges are trash. The challenges are redundant. They're juvenile. They're childish. These challenges that they did and that they continue to do, and I know I complained about it a lot, y'all, but these challenges are things that can only keep a kindergartner engaged. An adult cannot stay focused and engaged on this show because it's for someone with a low IQ. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if you sit back, just to light this little blunt up real quick. If you sit back and you watch, or if you sit back and you look, because when all the girls were on stage, and I sat back and I looked, right? I said, why does it look like they got team light skin versus team dark skin? Did anybody else catch that? And yes, y'all, this is a skimp. I gotta get some more weed. I had like maybe a gram left. That's like maybe a gram in there. But yeah, Zeus, y'all shady. I saw that. I saw what y'all were doing. Y'all tried. I think they tried to frame it like what did they call it? Let me see what they called it. Well, they don't really call it anything, but their description just says Sukihana pulls double duty as a performer and team captain as she faces off against Marissa Dene and her team of ladies. Let's be real. Y'all put the dark-skinned girls against the light-skinned girls. I see it for what it is. It may not be that, but that's the way it fucking looks, okay? Now, we're not even going to get into the first game, which was the red light, green light game. The adult version of red light, green light, I guess, where you twerk your ass and you stop when they say red light. Suki's team won that game, right? That's all there was to that. There's nothing else that I really need to say. Zeus, I will say this. And just like I said a second ago, if y'all want a season 2 of Bad vs. Wild, we need more stimulating challenges. Okay? If y'all don't hear anything else from my Bad vs. Wild videos, Zeus, because I know y'all watch. We know y'all watch, Zeus. And if y'all don't take nothing else from this video, take that. Okay? If you want a season 2, we need to change these challenges and make them more engaging, make them more interesting, make them more thought-provoking, make them make sense. We don't want to watch a bunch of adults play red light, green light, musical chairs, put cucumbers in their mouths. Like, really? Really? Now, the next game they play is Pass the D. We know Pass the D because they played this game before, right? They played this game on every episode. Pass the D is pretty much hot potato with your mouth. And I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it again because I stand on it, and I firmly believe this is what's happening, okay? Now, when I say this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's factual. I'm not saying it's happening. I think, this brain thinks that it's very, very, very plausible that, let me just say it this way. I firmly believe that men, I ain't gonna blame it all on Lemon Pepper. I'm gonna say that some men came up with these games, probably Lemon Pepper and his brother and Daryl Farmer and all them weirdos. I think that they came up with these games so they could sit back and get their rocks off on it. What is the point of people passing a cucumber with their mouth to one another unless you're not getting something sexual off of it? And another thing too that I just now realized about it, have y'all ever noticed how there's never any men on Bad vs. Wild? Ever. The only exception to men being on Bad vs. Wild is if you're a man that's going to dress up like a woman. It's no shade either. I'm just stating facts. Think about it. Run the video back. When has a man ever been on Bad versus Wild unless he was wearing a wig and some lipstick. And before anybody get in the comments that's new here, that thinks I'm coming for men that like to dress in women's clothing or transgender women or anything like that, no, that's not what it's about. This is about Zeus not having any men on this stage unless, you know, the point is that there's only all women up there. The point is they're only casting women and bring. Is it a casting couch? Y'all know what a casting couch is, right? Where you fucking suck to get on a show, to get an opportunity. Is that what's going on here? Lemon Pepper, are we funneling girls in? Because here's the thing. When you've got power and access and opportunity and you create hit shows, you can coerce and leverage that to your advantage. If you are a nerdy little twerp that never got any pussy or booty or bussy in school or in your early 20s or any throughout your life, if throughout your entire life everybody overlooked you and all of a sudden you get a lot of money and everybody's like, you're gonna play the puppet master and you're gonna say, suck this dick for a roll, and you're gonna say, pop that pussy if you want to be on Baddies, bitch. Right? I'm just saying, why is there no men on this show? I'm not saying that we need men to make it interesting, but I'm saying we do need to shake something up here, because what they've given us so far in 7 episodes has fell flat, which we knew it would. Typical Zeus fashion, right? All their shows are whackety whack. Well, most of their shows. Most. Because my thing is, where are the Bobby's boys? Where are Bobby's boys from Bobby I Love You Purr? Where are the bad boys? Y'all have a whole roster of boys that you could be using and bring up here and having girls and guys on a team, on each team. You know what I'm saying? But instead we get a bunch of girls we don't even know. Not only is this an opportunity for y'all to bring back guys from previous seasons, this is the opportunity for y'all to give your previous talent work. I'm sure some of the bad boys would love to come do Bad versus Wild and make a quick check. I'm sure some of the Bobby's boys would love to come do the show and make a quick check. But y'all pulling random hoes off the street. And you can't tell me, out of all these random girls that have been on this show that we don't know, you can't tell me that at least one of them ain't popped, sucked, fucked, licked, or done something with Lemon Pepper. Okay? You can't tell me. There's no men up there because it's one big freak experiment. That's what it is. Allegedly. I think so. I think Lemon Pepper probably like women. He probably like men. Men who dress up as women. I don't know. Can somebody else elaborate on that? Why do y'all think that there's probably been no men on Bad versus Wild? Do you think it was a show catered just for women? Because it's just weird that there's only women and then all of the challenges are sexually based. Think about that. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if Nick Cannon comes back next season as an executive producer and a host. Nick, you're better than this. You're better than this, Nick. You've got Wildin' Out on MTV that you executive produce and host, which has been a hit. MTV runs it nonstop. You were on America's Got Talent as a host. I mean, major networks. You were like that guy, right? You were, especially in Black Hollywood, like you were like up there in like A-list. So for you to come down here and do Zeus, like I could see if Nick needed the money. I could see if I could see if Nick had no opportunities. His opportunities was drying up. He was black. If he was in a Nene situation, right? We talked about Nene coming to Zeus and how it made sense for her because her money was drying up. She had no money. It made sense for Nene to go over to Zeus because nobody else was hiring her. The industry had blackballed her. Nick, on the other hand, Nick don't need that money. Nick don't need no Zeus Network money. Nick is balling, okay? And even if Nick fell off tomorrow and never worked again, he gonna be okay because he got Mariah Carey in the corner. As long as Nick got them kids with Mariah, 18 years. 18 years. He got one of her kids, got her for 18 years. Well, he got two of her kids, got her for 18 years. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I just think you're better than this, Nick. I think Nick probably went into this thinking it was going to be something different and thinking it was going to be more than what it was when it actually turned out to be a disaster. I mean, you could even see Nick's face throughout the filming of this season where he's like cringing, like, because look, here's the thing. Wilding Out, if you think about it, compare Wilding Out to Bad versus Wild. Wilding Out had a premise, right? It had a concept to it. And I get some of y'all may say, well, some could argue the fact that Bad versus Wild has a concept. It's two teams what? Competing, battling with one another? No. I mean, it's the thing with Wilding Out is that it made sense. Bad versus Wild doesn't really make sense to me. The juvenile games with the adult twist to it, it's lazy. I say that. You can tell that the people who created Bad vs. Wild did not spend a lot of time coming up with the concepts and the challenges. It's lazy. Now, the Pass the D game that I was telling y'all about, and I think I've said this before, but that game is just fucking gross to me. I mean, that game is just gross. That's passing the cucumber with... You can pass it, but you can use everything. You can use anything but your hands, right? So you have to pass this cucumber with your in between your titties, with your mouth, in between your legs, in between your butt cheeks, so Lemon Pepper can sit backstage and watch while the girls pass the cucumber. But yeah, a lot of these, some of these girls, they're putting the cucumber in their mouth. They're passing it to the next girl. The next girl puts this side of the cucumber in her mouth. She passes it to the next girl. That girl puts this side of the cucumber in her mouth. And I mean, you just swap and spit. I'm just like, you couldn't be me. Sorry, maybe I'm just weird like that, or germy like that. I'm not even a germaphobe, y'all. Like, real talk. I'm not even a germaphobe, but that part was just nasty. Because when these girls are transporting that cucumber, you can see the saliva on the ends of the cucumber. No, thank you. Because a lot of them hoes is probably fresh off a dick. A lot of them hoes is probably fresh out their mouth. Now, at one point, Low London made a comment towards Suki during this game that, oh, we saw you throw up on a dick. We saw you throw up on the D. A little playful, funny banter, like, because, they were passing the D with the cucumber. So Low London says, we saw you throw up on a dick. I guess Suki puked on a dick when she was giving head. I don't know. Apparently, there's video out there of it. Suki says she made $1 million off of it. I don't buy that. But I took it as Low being funny and playful. I didn't think she was trying to be ugly or mean or shady. I mean, on Bad vs. Wild, that's what they kind of do. It's like the back and forth, right? Like the rah-rah. But Suki was so offended. Did y'all catch that? She was so offended. And, what did she say? She said, yeah, what? I made $1 million off that too. It's bigger than yours, bitch. You ain't even got no watch. I'm like, what? Wait, what? First of all, you made $1 million off of a video of you sucking a dick and puking on it? Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? Show me the receipts, baby girl. Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? If you know, you know what that reference is. But maybe did Suki make $100,000 off the video? Possibly. I don't think she made no million. Who wants to watch somebody puke on a dick? Ew. Ew. Now, there might be some of y'all that's got fetishes like that out there, but I don't want to see none of your lunch, dinner, or breakfast from yesterday. Sorry, especially on a dick, bitch. No. No, ho. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And there will be no low London slander. There will be no low London hate. Y'all know I love me some low London over here. Because she reminds me of me in some ways. You know, we from the same state. You know, she's a fellow Alabama girl, just like me. I'm a fellow Alabama girl. So, you know, she gets it, you know. She gets it. I get her. We will, you know, we'll give you a country cornbread, collard green, barefoot ass whooping. Right? What Jada say? Jada in BGC Chicago, Jada said something about Lo being country. And Lo said, bitch, I'll give you a country cornbread, collard green ass whooping. I'm like, I know that's right, bitch. We can fight barefoot, ho. Ooh, I mean, Suki was mad, though. She was mad. She was mad. She was mad as fuck. She was mad as fuck that she even went to the end of the stage and made this huge speech. And she said, I'm not the one that gets flew out the country and let ninja shit in my mouth, though. Yes, she said, I'm not the one that gets flew out the country and let ninjas shit in my mouth. Now, wait a goddamn minute. What in the two girls in one cup is going on here? And why are we shitting in people's mouths, allegedly? And if you know, you know. If you were around some of y'all might be too young for this, but if you were around when the internet really first came around, if you were around when it was dial-up, if you know, you know. If you were around during the early to mid 2000s and you experienced the coming up of the internet era, which was my generation, you will know what two girls, one cup is. That's all I got to say. I'm not going into detail, but if you don't know what it is, I'm warning you now. Don't Google it because it's very traumatizing. It just involved somebody shitting in somebody's mouth. And that's what made me think of this right here. I'm like, who in their right mind, especially my girl Lo London, as soft and pretty and petite and girly as she is, I do not see my girl Lo London laying her beautiful behind down and letting a man part his hairy ass cheeks above her and shit in her mouth. I don't see it. Now listen, she might have opened her mouth wide and took a whole load in her mouth, for all I know. But the Lo London that I see, the Lo London that's from my home state, Alabama, I just don't see her doing that. Now, they might be fucking cousins in this state. They might be fucking cousins in the South. But baby, we ain't shitting in nobody's mouth and eating it. Gag, puke, throw me off a bridge right now. And Suki, why are you so pressed, sister girl? All my sis did was state facts. I mean, you puked on a dick. Right? And you couldn't handle it, and that's okay. Not everybody is as lucky as me to not have a gag reflex. Sorry, I said it, okay? I said it. Not everybody is as lucky as me to not have a gag reflex, okay? I can put anything down my throat and it ain't gonna do nothing. Real talk. Real talk. I could put a banana down my throat and it ain't gonna do nothing. I don't have a gag reflex. But Suki, you can't be mad at Lo that you got one. Now, is it very possible that Lo London got flew out by Natalie, with Natalie, you know, the Dubai girl? Is it possible that Lo London got flew out by a ninja? and pop some pussy for a bag. Yes, it's very possible that that happened. Now I'm not gonna deny that because Suki said oh, at least I didn't get flew out. That part could be true. The shitting in the mouth part, I don't believe. Do I believe Lo has probably popped pussy for money? Possibly. I'm not saying she did. I don't know. She's a pretty girl. If I was her, I'd pop pussy for the right amount of money too. But I can see you doing that, Suki. You the one to be talking about, sucking the nuts, eating the ball sack, putting cum in your lungs. If I could see anybody allowing someone to shit in their mouth, it would be you, sis. Now, the last challenge they did was musical chairs. Again, boring, lame. I'm tired. Can we move on? Fast forward. I don't want to see it. The chairs are cheap as fuck. The girls are literally breaking the chairs just by picking them up. I mean, they're picking the chairs up and they fall apart, right? I mean, it's just a hot fucking mess. Now, as I was telling y'all earlier, it was hard to keep me engaged during the challenges because they're just so stupid. I'm ready for the season to be over. I'm ready for them to leave Bad versus Wild in the past. Can we move on to Baddies Caribbean? Can we move on to Transforming Rolly, which I know a lot of y'all probably don't care, but I'm actually looking forward to Transforming Rolly. Make sure you're here Sunday night so you can check that out. But Suki's team ends up winning all 3 rounds. At the end of the episode, I still don't know who Marissa Danae is. Do y'all know? After watching the episode, I thought maybe, I would get to know this girl maybe through her personality a little bit. Not get to know her completely, but just, get to know who Marissa Danae is. Maybe I want to follow this girl. Maybe I liked what I saw. You know what I mean? But I didn't. I feel like she was a background singer. I felt like, she was one of the Pips. I felt like she was one of the, Jackson. I feel like she was one of the Jackson 5s, but she wasn't Michael. I feel like she was, Lativia out of Destiny's Child. I don't know. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know if she slept her way onto this show, and that's not me being shady or me being rude. That's just me speculating based off of what we know goes down at the Zeus Network. Allegedly. Am I thinking, where is the Little People episode? Because y'all know they filmed an episode of Bad versus Wild with the Little Women. Y'all know that show that used to come on, I think it was Lifetime. Little Women Atlanta, Little Women LA, Little Women New York, Little Women Dallas. It was pretty much Real Housewives, except Little Women. And when I say Little Women, that's like, I think the technical term is dwarfism, maybe. A lot of people use the term midget, but that's politically incorrect. A lot of little people will tell you that midget is like a derogatory term for them. So you use the term little people, but there's supposed to be an episode of like the Little Women, I think, on different teams. Like, where is that? I want to see that. Stop showing us these girls that look like Sally and Jane right down the street. That's our neighbor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, backstage at the end of the episode, did y'all notice how one of the twins, I think, was throwing Low London shade? Now, I don't know for sure, but one of the twins said, "I want to know, why didn't anybody stand on business? Why didn't anyone stand on business?" And will somebody tell me what she was referring to? Do y'all know what she was referring to? Because I was confused. Who is she referring to? Suki, Low London? Don't throw subliminals, sis. Call it out. Wake it up. Wake this bitch up. You should have X, Y, and Z. You should have stood on business. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw the subliminals now that we're done filming and you want to try to show how big your dick is. No, sis. Because it felt like she was shading Low. I don't know. Do y'all think she was shading Low? Now, Suki closes the show as well, and she performs another one of her songs, which this song I've heard before, and it was a catchy song, but it was nasty. And listen, I'm a funky bitch, okay? I'm nasty too, but baby, this shit was nasty. This bitch said, I got cum all in my lungs. I said, what the fuck? How the fuck do you get cum in your lungs, bitch? What? I ain't judging, though. I'm not shaming, baby girl. Put all the cum in your lungs you want to. And let me say, because y'all know I rag on Suki a lot. But one of the things that I love about Suki, what I do love about Miss Suki Hana, is that she brings awareness to heterosexual men, or men in general, getting they booties and they bussies ate. Okay? Ate. And what's the difference between a booty and a bussy? A booty is when is what a straight man has, right? A bussy is when you're getting your booty penetrated and busted down. So you either have a booty or a bussy. But Suki makes it okay and tries to normalize for men, straight or gay, to get their booty and their bussies ate. And I believe that every man out there, straight or gay, and woman, straight or gay, should be getting their booties and their bussies eaten, because it feels amazing and it will make you climb. No lie, the first time I got my ass ate, I climbed the wall like this, bitch. I said, okay. Do it like that. Do it like that. Let me stop. I'm telling y'all too much of my business. But y'all know I'm an open book over here. But that's what I love about Suki. You know, she be making it okay to get your ass ate. Because what she say? We eating Ninja's ass. Eating Ninja's ass. Eating Ninja's ass. I think that's how the song went. Something like that. I just know she likes to eat ass, and I do too. So we in the same boat there. So many men, I think, are afraid of that. So many straight men are afraid of getting their booty ate because they think that it feminizes them, or it emasculates them, or it turns them into a bitch. But I just don't see it that way. Now, maybe if a man's eating your ass, okay, maybe I guess somebody could look at it as gay. But if a woman's doing it, what's wrong with it? We all got an ass, right? We've all got an ass. That would be like when a woman slaps her man's ass, like, oh, that's gay, don't touch my ass. Is wiping your ass gay? It be the same men that be like that I be thinking that don't wipe their ass because they think that wiping their ass is gay. Y'all some nasty, trifling motherfuckers if you think like that. Oh no, we need to make it okay. We need to make it okay for men to be vulnerable with their partners about their sexual desires and wants and needs. It's just my opinion, because I feel like that's why a lot of people cheat, because there isn't that open communication, because there is this wall of like, well, if I say it, will they judge me? Or if I say that I want to have sex with someone else, are they going to get mad at me? But just be honest. Just be honest. It's so much easier to do that. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. My commentary and what I had to say about episode 7. I think it was 7, yeah, of Bad versus Wild. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with me. More than you guys will ever know. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being patient and waiting on me while I was on vacation. This video probably won't get a lot of views because it's so late and people probably don't care, but that's okay. I'm doing it for those of you that do care, okay? So if you're still watching, thank you. Thank you, because we're, what, 45 minutes in? Thank you for still being here. You're a real one, and you're loyal, and I love you so much for that, okay? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click the subscribe button. If you don't know how to subscribe, click my name down there. You'll see it right down there. It'll say Damien After Dark somewhere down there and my face. Or just click that and you can subscribe. Click the thumbs up button as well. It's also down there. That is your way of liking this video. Like this video because that helps me get into the YouTube algorithm, all right? Now, also, join the conversation because I love to read you guys' comments. I love to hear what you have to say. I love to engage with you guys and interact with you guys. So get in the comment section below and leave me all your thoughts and opinions, all right? Now, last but not least, if you want to join the Damien After Dark movement and help support me over here, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list down there for those that choose to take that route. If you leave a super chat, please be mindful that YouTube will take 50% of the money you send here on YouTube, okay? So if you send 100, YouTube taking 50, just, I don't care. Y'all can send it however you want. I just want y'all to be mindful because I wouldn't want, if I was sending y'all money or whatever or tipping somebody, you know, if I was that Red Lobster and I gave the waiter 20 and Red Lobster took 10, bitch, I'm gonna be mad, okay? Because I want my waiter to get it who worked hard for it, right? But no, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I said that. I'm so bad about getting off into a tangent and I just talking. But no, I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I appreciate you more than you will ever fucking know. From the bottom, from the depths of my black heart, from my cold black heart. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. You are helping me follow my dreams. You are helping me reach places that I never thought I would be able to reach. I'm making money that I never thought I would be able to make just being myself. And it's not about money, you guys, but just to be a little transparent for a second, like typically with YouTube, we get paid from on the 20th through the 23rd, somewhere in there. And my YouTube check this month was the biggest check I ever got. It was more than the checks I make at my job. So it blew me away because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm making all this money off just being myself. When I was in high school, people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I would always say I wanted to be a reality star, and people would look at me like I'm fucking crazy. But I always said that because I always said I just want to be myself and get paid for it, and I want to entertain people and inspire people. And that's what this allows me to do, and I couldn't do it without y'all. I couldn't do it without y'all. Y'all have allowed me to live my dreams, and I thank you for that. I don't think y'all understand. Like, it makes me emotional talking about it, but I'm not going to do that up here. I'm not going to do that. Y'all ain't going to get me like that. But thank you, honestly. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for every one of you who watch my videos, who like my videos, who comment on my videos, who send cash apps, who buy things off my Amazon wish list. 'Cause I don't always say it. I don't always get up here and say, thank you, Susan, for sending me a cash app. Thank you, Amanda, for, I try to thank everybody, but not everybody wants to be acknowledged. A lot of people want to silently do things, and I respect that. I respect that. But, I mean, any type of support you've done, thank you. That's all I can say is, I wish there was something else I could say or do. That's why I'm thinking about doing a giveaway or something, just some kind of way I can give back. Just thank you. Thank you, okay? And if you don't remember anything from this video, I want you to remember this. You are special. You are loved, and this may sound cliche, but it's true because you're here, okay? There's a reason you're here today. So many people didn't wake up today. So many people didn't make it. There are tons of people on their deathbeds right now. There are tons of people that are not going to make it to tomorrow. You are here. You made it to today. There's a purpose. There's a reason for you to be here. You are loved. You are special. I want you to make sure that you always follow your fucking dreams. Don't ever let a man get in the way of anything. Don't ever let a woman get in the way of anything. Stay true to your motherfucking self because you know who you are, right? They can call you this. They can call you that, but you know who you are. right here, you know who you are. Never forget it, okay? I love you guys. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See you.